Alright, the title of this really isn't pre-cut wires, but it's just about wires. Anyways, so you're going to be given a kit of wires in our Raspberry Pi workstation kit thing. Okay, it's going to come to you, it's going to be all sealed and stuff with some impossible to open tape. So you're going to need some sort of sharp edge, carefully open that up, and then don't like open it so it catapults everything, like do it nice and slowly. Then you have a bunch of nicely pre-cut wires that you can use. Okay, I debated whether or not we should spend money on this, but I think the luxury of them is worth the whatever it was that I paid. Okay, anyways, all right, so your breadboard, you've already kind of, or you're starting to make sense of it, hopefully, from doing Labo 2. I'm just pointing to it in this video, I don't know why. All right, so if we want to stick a wire into the breadboard, just go in, and the metal end goes into one of the holes in the breadboard. So right here, what I'm doing is connecting the red positive rail of one side of the breadboard to the red positive rail of the other side. And this is a good thing to just pretty much always do with your breadboards. That way, and the reason is because we usually make the blue rail ground and the red rail positive voltage, maybe 3.3. And this way you have ground and 3.3 volts accessible everywhere on the board, easy. And all you need to do is have a couple short wires. I included three primary tools in your kit. The first is this screwdriver thing. It says MIT ECS on it. It's a flathead on one side and a Phillips head on the other, the thing that looks like a cross shape. There's not really a lot of screws you're going to be screwing in here. It's more just a pointing object and something that can go in and finely poke things. Now pay attention, it is metal, so don't let it go in and touch, pins and stuff. Be careful where you're sticking that. Now, one of the uses for it is actually like, not really screwdrivering things, as I said, but if you have a chip, for example, this dip switch and it's easy to pop them out using this. It's a nice little lever. I also gave you a pair of pliers. These things are direct and bulk from China, so they might end up breaking. I don't know how they're going to work, but they're kind of good to go use and move wires around. So maybe, like, if your fingers are just too big to get into a tiny little spot, you grab something with the wires. Pay attention again because it's metal. Metal conducts. So, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. So if you run out of wire, so let's say towards the end of the class you have like you don't have any more wires in your pre-cut wire thing. I also gave you about like 20 feet of other wire that hasn't been cut yet. And so the idea is here you could go in, or you could order more wire off Amazon or wherever, I don't care. But basically you can go in and then make custom length wires as needed. And so in order to do that, you're going to have to use the wire stripper, and that's this device right here. And you're going to kind of just need to play with it a bit. So don't be worried. It is a little sharp in there, so don't stick your finger in and then cut yourself. That'd not be smart. But how it works is so I'm adjusting the size right there. There's a little slider thing that adjusts the size of wire you can strip. So if I want to strip wire, I just grab it and put it in the hole at the top, and then basically find the right size by turning that. And then, oh, didn't find it there. Okay. There, I just stripped it. Fantastic. So you can see actually, if you zoom in on that, the metal part is available now. So I'm going to cut it by sticking the wire further down into the cutter and trimming it using the blade, and then strip the other side. And then now I have this fantastic, awesome looking new wire I just made, and I can stick that into the breadboard as I'm doing right here. Awesome, and it'll work.